Alright, this is Adam Harry with another BoLS Battle Report. Today we're looking at some Warmachine. So what we got over here is we have some Ret guys here. We're going to run through these guys real fast, but there's a good glimpse. And they're going to be fighting Cygnar. They're over here. So real fast, Nick, if you wouldn't mind telling us what you're running today. What's this guy?
I've got a Chimera, a Phoenix, Manticore. This is my Warcaster.
Warcaster.
Adeptus Ron.
Cool.
He's got 2 Arcanists. These guys are mechanics.
Cool.
3 Magister Solos and
Sweet.
2 units of House Shail Battle Mages.
Or the Mittens, as they're called colloquially. So, over here, Walker, what do we got?
Over here, we've got, starting on this end, we've got a Defender, Charger, Lancer, and an Ironclad, basically the Warjacks from the Cygnar box set. I went ahead and upgraded to the Epic version of Striker. We've got a Hunter, run by a Journeyman, and some Trenchers out front.
Trenchers. Sweet. Alright, we're going to get set up. The scenario they're running today is close quarters. That's what these 2 gray circles are. And guess we're going to get set up and go down. Alright, top of the game actually. Nick got advanced move because he's running the Ron Tier 4 list, or Tier 3 list, sorry. So all the battle mages get to move up. And we'll pick it up at the top, or at the end of his first turn and see what happens.
What's that?
Alright, Nick, can you tell us what happened on your turn?
That's your thing. My mage units just advanced a little cautiously. My Jacks ran up, the Phoenix ran up, the Manticore put some covering fire in front of one of my mage units.
Alright.
Ron cast Force Field and then Polarity Shield on this unit of mages. So they can't be charged now.
Alright, let's toss it over to Walker and see how he responds. Alright, here we are on Walker's turn. Walker, you want to walk us through what you did?
Alright, so first thing I did, I threw one on to run the Lancer up here so I could get range on the battle mages.
Yep.
Try to rebuke them, keep them from throwing spells at the rest of my army.
Alright.
It worked on the green unit, did not work on the yellow unit, so there's a little bit of threat coming my way.
Alright.
Moved the Journeyman up and Arcane Shielded the Lancer to keep it a little bit out of harm's way, hopefully.
Alright.
The Trenchers moved up and dug in, getting ready for hopefully some action next turn. Maybe they'll live through till then.
Alright.
The Defender moved up a little bit, tried to take a shot, and was just out of range.
By a hair.
By a hair. The Charger was out by closer to an inch.
Alright.
I was trying to take a look at that yellow battle mage over there, but didn't
see
quite
him,
make it.
Alright.
The Hunter dropped a shot on the Chimera and did 1 whole damage to it that broke through the force field.
Alright.
And that's about all I got.
Alright, let's kick it back over to Nick and see how the Retribution replies. Alright, Nick, what'd you do? Because a lot of stuff happened.
The first thing I did was run this Chimera up here who has an Arc Node.
Yep.
Ron then moved up and feeded and cast a Force Hammer to slam the Lancer, who was here, across pretty much all of the entire unit of Trenchers.
The Trenchers died. Thanks for that, Walker.
These mages then pulled the Lancer close enough for these guys who had been, what's that spell called? Rebuke, so they can't charge or do their nasty spells or anything, but
You walked them in there and
pulled them close enough so they could walk in and kind of pound on them.
Alright. This guy over here also got slammed back as well, correct?
Yeah, I cast a second Force Hammer during Ron's activation across Striker.
Cool. Didn't do too much though.
Yeah.
And then this guy moved up.
The Journeyman's also been killed.
Journeyman's been killed, so he was here.
Now
So,
we've got an inert Hunter.
and the Hunter is stuck. Alright, let's see what Walker does. Alright, Walker, let's see what happened here.
Alright, so in retaliation for getting my ass handed to me last turn, basically what we've got this turn is Striker walking up, Arcane storming the knockdown Lancer in the middle of all those battle mages, killing most of them.
Yep.
Then feeding, just to make sure I didn't forget to do it. Then we moved on to what happened next. The Ironclad, which stood up and charged the, what was it, Chimera?
Which is now dead.
Which is now dead, although not entirely by the Ironclad's hand. The Ironclad had to use both the attack granted from the feet and a little help from the Charger on the feet to go do that. The Charger failed to shoot a battle mage. The Defender failed to shoot a battle mage. And Striker backed up a little bit. The Defender walked up into the control zone just to contest it.
Right here.
And the Lancer stood up, killed the other 2 battle mages. And then with its feet action, moved into the other unit of battle mages, hopefully tie them up a little bit.
A little bit of payback. So let's see what happens next. All right, Nick. Looks like got some more carnage on the field. Mind walk us through what happened here?
Well, sure. First thing I did was charge in with this Magister towards that Lancer that was giving my other unit a lot of trouble. He whiffed. Well, he hit. He just didn't do enough damage to kill it.
All right.
So the Phoenix had to move up into scoring position and chopped him up with his sword.
All right.
Next thing that happened was these guys moved out of the way and pushed that defender back to where he is now. He had a toe in the scenario.
Okay.
So now I'm going to get a point this turn. If he was still in there, I would not have.
What happened right here?
This Arcanist right here gave concentrated power to the Mana Core, who charged forward and boosted his strength again, so he did 3 POW 20s to this. Used to be Ironclad.
Yeah.
And then the last thing that happened were these Magisters slammed that Charger over Striker, so they're both knocked out.
These two here moved in here to here. Then Striker and that guy are knocked down too. All right. Let's kick it over to Walker. All right, Walker, your turn. What happened?
All right, well, the choices I had were to lose by scenario or lose by scenario and maybe caster kill.
All right.
So what I did was tried to kill as much stuff as I could, forgetting about the scenario. The answer was not very much.
All right.
I stood the charger up and it smacked the Magister that was sitting right here.
Yep, who is no longer there.
I stood the defender still and aimed and boosted a shot at the other Magister that was back here.
He's dead too.
Dead too. Striker rebuked the unit of battle mages, as per usual, such that I wouldn't get attacked. I guess, well, maybe I would have lived through that turn. But anyway, he did that. He threw a magnum shot at the one on the left, Mana Core, and disrupted that. And then he threw another one over at the Phoenix, but missed.
Oh, all right.
So yeah, that was how that went.
So that's pretty much it. That's the end of the game. With capture control, or sorry, close quarters, you score 2 points, you win. So score 2 points here for having models in the control area. So that's the game. Looks like Rhett pulled this one out. Thanks again for watching our BoLS Battle Report. If you have any questions or comments, shoot us an email. Have a great one.